Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, this is taking so long. No. Hold on. Okay. Hiya! Okay. That took unnecessarily long. Alright. Alright. Hmm. Okay. So now I have a weather update. So yeah, if you don't get to watch this while it's live, then of course you have the YouTube VOD. Uh, yeah, we will be going. So yeah, I'm gonna be going over everything regarding this update. So yeah. So as you saw, so as you might have saw while reading the title, they issued a blizzard warning for eastern and southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island. And alongside that, they also issued a high wind warning for Nantucket. So, yeah. That's everything. So yeah, that's what we'll be going over this time. Alright. So, yeah. And we will be going over all the new warnings and watches in a little bit. So, yeah. I do not want to waste too much time. Yeah, I don't want to waste too much time. Especially with me having to do something else real, real soon. And it is something I did not want to have to do, but it's that important. And so I do not have as much time this time around as I did last time. During the previous session. I'm pretty sure some of you watched. Yeah, pretty sure some of you watched the YouTube short from earlier. And even if you didn't, that's fine. That's fine. So, alright, 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 alright. Um, And yeah. So this part is covering the blizzard warning, the main part of this stream. And yeah, let's start now. Hold on. Okay. Hey. And yeah. So just gonna pull this off. Hold on. Why is it so slow? Okay. Does not look like much as of right now. And that's because this whole system isn't going to arrive anytime soon. And yes, just as this would wait, and yes. So this is the literal warning. Like I said, I'm pretty sure some of you watched YouTube short of that EAS alert. But let's get into this. So the first part says blizzard warning in effect from 4 p.m. 70 to 70 a.m. From 70 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. The primary hazards are blizzard conditions expected. Total snow accumulations between 1 and 2 feet. Winds gusting as high as 60 miles per hour. And of course, the affected areas include portions of eastern, northeastern, and southeastern Massachusetts, as well as northern and southern Rhode Island. And this includes the, the Boston Province corridor, And again, it's in effect until from 4 p.m. Sunday until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. And the primary impacts will be visibilities may drop below 1/4 of a mile due to falling and blowing snow. The strong winds and weight of snow and tree limbs may down power lines, which could cause power outages. While conditions are expected and will make travel treacherous and potentially life-threatening. Quite intimidating wording, dare I say. Travel could be very difficult to impossible. The hazardous conditions will impact the Monday morning and evening commutes. Strong winds could cause tree damage. And as the actions say, travel should be restricted to emergencies only. And if you must travel, have a winter survival kit with you. And if you get stranded, stay with your vehicle. Obviously. And then next 3. Winter storm warning in effect from 4 p.m. Sunday to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday, as it says. The primary hazards are heavy snow expected, total snow accumulation between 12 and 18 inches, winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. The main areas affected include Hartford, Tolan, and Wyndham, Connecticut counties. With this being in effect from 4 p.m. Sunday to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday, as said above, if the main impacts being travel could be very difficult to impossible, the hazardous conditions will impact the Monday morning and evening commutes. Gusty winds could bring down tree branches. And as the actions say, if you must travel, keep extra flashlights, food and water in case your vehicle in case of an emergency. There's another winter storm warning in effect where it says that heavy snow is expected with total snow accumulations between 10 and 20 inches and winds gusting as high as 45 miles per hour. The main areas affected being portions of central, eastern, northeastern, and western Massachusetts. And this is in effect from 4 p.m. Sunday to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. And the main impacts from this event are travel could be very difficult to impossible. The hazardous conditions will impact the Monday morning evening commutes. Gusty winds could bring down tree branches. And again, the actions say if you must travel, keep an extra flashlight, food, and water in your vehicle in cases of an emergency. So yeah, basically everybody in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, including myself, have to prepare in advance as early as tonight. Then, of course, it says Winter Storm Watch. Then, of course, the last part of this, which is only for Nantucket, Massachusetts, says Winter Storm Watch now in effect from Sunday afternoon to Tuesday morning, with the primary hazards being heavy snow possible. Snow may mix with rain at times. Total snow accumulations between 5 and 8 inches possible, and winds could gust as high as 70 miles per hour. And again, this is only for Nantucket County. And in effect, from Sunday afternoon to Tuesday morning, the main impacts will include travel could be very difficult. Hazardous conditions could impact the Monday morning evening commutes. Strong winds could cause tree damage. Yeah, the actions obviously monitor the latest forecast projects on the situation. And now, the high wind warning. Wait, no, that's not it. That's not it. Or was it? I don't know. Maybe? Oh, yeah. Oh, I always forget. Okay. But yes, it is an urgent weather message. And as it says, highway warning is in effect now. Again, only for Nantucket. The main hazards are northeast winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour with gusts up to 70 miles per hour expected, with the only area in this warning obviously being Nantucket County, Massachusetts. In this warning, obviously in effect from 10 p.m. Sunday to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. In the impacts will be damaging winds will blow down trees and power lines. Power outages are possible. Travel will be difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Yes, the actions obviously say remain in the lower levels of your home during the windstorm and avoid windows. Watch for falling debris and tree limbs. Use as a caution if you must drive. So, yeah. Nantucket looks to end up taking the brunt of wind damage and power outages. So if you are living in Nantucket, I would suggest setting up a plan immediately. I would suggest setting up a plan immediately so you can prepare well in advance for any power outages in your area. Because with winds gusting to 70 miles per hour, power outages are even more likely for Nantucket than they are for Rhode Island's in most of eastern Massachusetts, due to wind gusts to 60 miles per hour accompanying the heavy snow and everything else in the blizzard warning. So, yeah, this is becoming a serious winter weather situation, and I will not be messing around at this rate. Okay? I will not be messing around at this rate. And I would really not even think about driving anywhere unless it is an emergency. If it's not an emergency, I wouldn't even think about driving if I were you. Or if I was you. Because this is becoming a very serious situation for tomorrow night into at least Monday morning. Like I said, Nantucket looks to be taking the brunt of wind damage due to wind gusts being 10 miles per hour higher than wind gusts are forecast for Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Therefore, I would consider setting up a plan now, even if you are living in Rhode Island, eastern Massachusetts, northeastern Massachusetts, or southeastern Massachusetts. Again, even if you are outside of Nantucket. Because, once again, this is becoming a very serious situation and in a very dangerous situation. However, knowing the weather of Rhode Island, the weather might not be as bad in Rhode Island as my weather forecast office often claims. In other words, Rhode Island weather is usually inaccurate. So, if the weather isn't as intense while it's passing my location, or while it's, sorry, don't, like, no doxing me, okay? Just word it wrong. But yes, I would not be surprised if the weather turns out to not be as intense when it's moving through my city. Like, but that doesn't rule out all the heavy snow let alone the heavy snow accumulations, and nor does it rule out any strong winds strong enough to cause some power outages within my city or my county, let alone my county. So yeah, once again, I would not be playing around at this point. Okay? So remember, if you're living in eastern Massachusetts or Rhode Island, or especially Nantucket, I would set up a plan immediately if I was you. And also, I think it's getting close to me having to end the stream for obvious reasons. So, yeah. I'm gonna have to go now. However, I am going to update you on a situation tomorrow. That is what I am going to do. I am going to update you on a situation tomorrow. If I don't get to, even if I get to update you at least one more time today. But now it is time for me to go for right now. So, yeah. For those in the blizzard warning, just remember, snow accumulation between 1 and 2 feet. The affected areas are eastern Massachusetts, northeastern Massachusetts, southeastern Massachusetts, in all Rhode Island, pretty much all Rhode Island, and damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour will accompany the heavy snow. So, they better in the stream now, so yeah. If you did not get to watch it while it was live, the YouTube file is below. So, I will see you next time.